Here we go. Ready? You ready? Here we go. Hi again, friends, and welcome to Grandfather Loves You. I'm Scott, the grandfather, with a special guest right here, the gal who made me the grandfather, my granddaughter, Elena, joining us for the open of our show. Usually, you just see clips of her, but since we've got an extra special show today, we thought she'd join us for a little bit. 6 things that all grandparents must know, coming your way right now. At number 1, grandparents live longer. Yes, an increased lifespan is a pretty big deal. The Journal of Evolution and Human Behavior published a study that shows that grandparents who regularly took care of their grandchild, not even as a primary caregiver, but just watched their grandchildren on a regular basis, those grandparents lived 5 years longer than grandparents who didn't provide care or those who are not grandparents. At number 2, grandparents are happier. Being with your grandchildren can and does make you happier. An Emory University study found that being around your grandchildren can increase the levels of feel-good hormones like dopamine. And that happiness is often even stronger with a grandchild than it was with a child, because we get to enjoy the experience of being a grandparent more than we did when we were parents the first time, because we now don't have the same financial and time challenges that we did a few decades ago. Number 3, grandparents are less lonely and less depressed, and so are their grandchildren. It's no secret that many older adults suffer from isolation and loneliness. Of course, that was made much, much worse during the COVID years. But a Boston College study finds that a close relationship between grandparents and their grandchildren, especially into the grandchild's adult years, gave both of them psychological benefits. The closer that relationship was, the fewer symptoms of depression for both the grandparent and the grandchild. And I had no depression this week as I helped take care of my granddaughter, as I do every week, 2 to 3 days a week. And here are a couple clips of a few things we did.
Wait, 1, hey, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. You were smiling before we did it.
I can see a beautiful red balloon. Is that the sweetest little person ever? No, that's the poodle. She's sweet, but she's not the sweetest. That little girl's not the sweetest, is it? I can see a fluffy white ear. Is that the sweetest little person ever? No, that's just the baby bunny. That baby bunny is cute. I can see a pretty orange umbrella. Is that the sweetest little person ever? No, that's just Froggy. She's not the sweetest little person ever. I can see a long striped tail. Is that the sweetest little person? No, that's just Kitten. I can see 2 gorgeous eyes and a very cute nose. Is that the sweetest little person ever? Yes, it is. You are the sweetest little person ever. That is a good book. The sweetest little person ever. Do you love that little girl in there? Her grandfather loves her. Hello, little girl. You're looking all, want to tell everybody hello? Can you tell everybody hello? At number 4, Grandpa, that's sharp. Your mind, that is. Grandparenting can help keep your mind sharp. Studies have found that taking care of your grandchildren can have a positive effect on older adults' cognition. The Menopause Journal found that women who took care of their grandchildren 1 day a week did much better on cognitive tests than women who didn't. Another study finds that grandmothers who cared for their grandchild 3 to 4 days a week had a reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And our number 5 thing of 6 things that all grandparents must know. Grandparents are healthier. If you are a grandparent who helps take care of your grandchildren, you have no choice but to become more physically active. Grandparents who spend time with younger grandkids, especially those grandparents who babysit or help care for their grandchildren, are more active, get more exercise, and get more steps in each day. All of that activity leads to health benefits, especially reduced stress hormones, lower blood pressure, and lower blood sugar levels. We promised you 6 things that all grandparents must know, but we're going to give you a bonus 7th thing, so stay close. Number 6, grandparents who live close to their grandchildren have lower rates of disease and mortality. This also goes for those who have frequent contact with their grandkids. When grandparents are able to help take care of their grandchildren, not in all cases, but in best case scenarios, down the road when those elders come to need assistance and care themselves, they are many times cared for at least as much or as long as possible by their children or even their grandchildren. And the bonus number 7 thing that all grandparents must know: do we stop playing because we get old, or do we get old because we stop playing? Research shows that grandparents who care for and play with their grandchildren end up healthier, happier, and live longer. So there you have it, 6 things every grandparent must know, with an extra 7th one thrown in for good measure. And there she is, my granddaughter, Elena, joining us for the open and close of our YouTube this week. We come your way every Tuesday and Friday here on YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share our channel. We would appreciate it. Until next time, never forget, grandfather loves you. And you too.